talked about the optimal sort of circuit design for fat burning and things that you can do on the road to help to kind of like ramp up our body's anaerobic metabolism to burn fat. This week we're going to talk a little bit more about training our body and our muscles for both performance and possibly muscular development. Not going to lie, that's hard to do when you're on the road because you have minimal equipment. But what we are going to do today is we're going to go through what are called drop sets and trisets in order to extend out the endurance of our targeted muscles. Okay, so whereas our goal last week was to rev the gas pedal as quickly as possible and to sort of like gas out and then recover, this week our goal is to extend out the fatigue of the targeted area, either muscles of our upper body or lower body, to kind of get more endurance. So like if you're on stage, you're in awkward clothing or whatever, and you're going throughout a performance, this type of training is going to help you to endure longer, so your muscles don't fatigue, and then as a result, you're going to start fatiguing your diaphragm and everything else. Okay, so these circuits are great for that. They're also great for just muscular development generally. Okay, so like it's if you want to develop your shoulders, you want to develop your butt, which are the two things that we're going to talk about today. This is what you do. Okay, word of caution: this is going to make you sore. Okay, so prepare yourself for that. But I'm going to show you two different go-to circuits that you could do with minimal weight to really develop your shoulders and your butt. So stay tuned. Let's have some fun. Okay, so for our first circuit, we're going to focus on glutes. And so this is going to involve 3 exercises. The first 2 I'm going to do for 10 reps. The last I'm going to do for 15 reps. And the way this is going to work is we're going to work our glute in 3 different positions. The shortened position, where we're just kind of working through a really partial range of motion. The kind of the mid-range position where we're kind of going through the middle, and then the long position where I'm kind of focusing on like the bottom of like a squat. All of those are going to kind of stress everything out and really make this muscle burn and develop. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever weight that you have available to you. I've got a dumbbell here, like a 10-pound dumbbell. I'm going to push through my foot. Okay, and I'm just going to do 10 glute bridges and really focusing on squeezing at the top, holding, controlling my drop, and then coming up as quickly as I can, really squeezing my butt at the top, pushing through my foot. Again, doing this 10 times. The more I can squeeze, the more I can kind of engage those muscle fibers. Once I get to 10 there, I'm going to stand it up. Okay, and again, I'm going to control the lower, the weight. I'm going to pause at the bottom and then shoot up. Pause. So we're going through a full range of motion. We're pausing. 10 reps. Okay, then I'm going to hang out at the bottom. I'm going to let these drop down to the bottom. I'm just going to kind of do just a partial pulse up and down. So I'm going maybe a third of the way up, and I'm pausing and I'm coming back down, really focusing on that lengthening position, trying to bring these dumbbells to the ground, performing this for 15 reps. Okay, so perform this circuit anywhere from 3 to 5 times and prepare to burn the next day. All right, so with a drop set, especially when you're dealing with lighter weight, the idea is that we're trying to maximally fatigue the muscle while maintaining a similar kind of exercise execution. Whereas in the last circuit, I kind of changed the exercise that I was doing. This time we're going to use relatively light weight, but we're going to manipulate the way that we do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with a lateral raise, but the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to pause at the bottom and come back down. So I'm using a pause to eliminate all momentum. I'm going to do 8 reps. And from there, I'm going to do an exercise, or I'm going to do a version of this where I just kind of move consistently through the entire range of motion. And last but not least, I'm going to focus on holding at the top. So I'm going to give it a 2-second squeeze at the top and then come down. So I don't care now how quickly, how slowly it goes up and down. I just care about holding at the top and then coming back down. So by focusing on different muscle fibers with the different ways that we execute this muscle, it's going to fully fatigue the muscle. It's going to give us that muscular development, and it's going to ensure that we develop this for both a great aesthetic look on stage, but also holding weird props, moving our shoulder in various directions. It's going to ensure that all of those muscle fibers are participating to give us the most aesthetic as well as the most athletic result possible. Okay, perform anywhere from 3 to 5 sets of this and prepare to feel the burn.